Good morning. It's November 25th, and this is your daily brief in climate change. Here's everything you need to know. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres visited Antarctica to raise climate change awareness ahead of COP28. Guterres emphasized the impact of melting ice on sea levels and ocean currents, stressing significant melting in Antarctica due to warming temperatures. He called for the phase-out of fossil fuels and an increase in renewable energy projects to limit global temperature rise to 1.5 degrees Celsius. Scientists warn that melting ice could raise global sea levels by 1.8 meters. The upcoming COP28 conference in Dubai will allow countries to address commitments to reducing emissions and improving energy efficiency. These findings underscore the urgent need for action on climate change, particularly its impact on Antarctica. University of Cambridge research reveals that the Fens in eastern England, currently a flat agricultural landscape, was once a vast yew tree forest. Tree trunks analyzed from the area show that most wood came from yew trees that existed between 4,000 and 5,000 years ago. Information from these trees provides valuable insights into past climate and environment. A rapid rise in sea levels around 4,200 years ago is believed to have caused the disappearance of the yew woodlands. The well-preserved wood could help understand global climate events like the megadrought in the Middle East. The findings suggest a connection between climate events and sea level rise, providing a unique climate and environmental archive for further research. Sea turtles, particularly in Florida, have experienced a record-breaking nesting season with over 133,840 loggerhead and 76,500 green turtle nests reported. Despite the increase in nests, the future of sea turtles remains uncertain due to climate change challenges. Rising sea levels and hotter temperatures can cause gender imbalance in hatchlings and affect their survival rate. Human interference and predators also pose threats to sea turtle nests and hatchlings. The increase in nests does not guarantee the long-term survival of sea turtles. The rapid changes brought about by climate change may prevent turtles from evolving and adapting in time. The federal government's National Climate Assessment reveals worsening human-caused climate change across the U.S. While efforts to combat and adapt to climate change have increased, more action is needed to limit future risks. Rapid reductions in greenhouse gas emissions are emphasized to prevent further damage. The U.S. has made progress in reducing emissions, particularly in the electricity sector, but needs to achieve a net zero economy by 2050. The report highlights the disproportionate impact of climate change on marginalized communities and calls for equitable planning. Climate change is causing extreme weather events, rising sea levels, and disruptions to infrastructure and ecosystems. Transformative adaptation is necessary to address the scale of the climate crisis. The 2023 Lancet Countdown report calls for urgent action against personal and corporate ignorance and disinformation-fueled greed. The reports warn of significant health and economic consequences of climate change and the urgent need to reduce emissions and adapt. The world's largest iceberg, A23A, has started moving after being stagnant for over 30 years. A 23A, detached from the Antarctic coastline in 1986, is about 4,000 sq/km in size and 400 m thick. The iceberg is now drifting naturally and is passing the northern tip of the Antarctic Peninsula. Its movement towards the South Atlantic may impact the feeding routes of seals, penguins, and seabirds at South Georgia Island. Icebergs release mineral dust that benefits ocean organisms and supports biological activity. Scientists are monitoring the iceberg's progress and noting the influence of climate change on Antarctica's ice. This has been your daily brief in climate change. To read more about these stories, follow the links in the episode bio. You can also subscribe to these updates at brief.news. And for more daily podcasts about the topics you love, visit brief.news/podcasts. Tune in tomorrow. We'll be back with everything you need to know.